Good evening, viewers. Good evening, listeners. And I trust your day was well spent. Want to welcome you specially to this first or maiden edition of Relationship Wahala. My name is Henry Nwachukwu
I am Nwachuku Oluchi.
and we are the
Nwachuku
Nwachukwu's family.
family.
Today we are going to be bringing you a special topic on relationship wahala.
Real Wahala.
Everywhere, relationship troubles, issues everywhere, and you can say that again. To get it started, do you think relationship is very much an important ingredient towards a married life?
Yes, I feel relationship is an essential part of life, and that's what people refer as dating. Two people need to come together, especially a man and a woman. They need to come together to build something meaningful that can lead to being married couples, I would say. So, relationship is essential.
All right, that's a
How
good
about you?
one. Yeah, for me, I think relationship is more or less the bedrock of every intending married life or intending married couple. Because before you become a couple, there is need for you to come to a self-consciousness, a self-awareness, a self-mastery of yourself as an individual. Because most relationship do not work or do not lead to a good married life or finding a good couple because one, there is lack of understanding, which is a very much important ingredient. And so, relationship or the dating stage is a very vital stage. It helps both partners to come to an understanding to know if they can do that or they'll be working through that part of relationship in marriage for the rest of their life.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. So having looked at whether relationship is an important aspect towards married life, we have a very intriguing story of we'll be sharing insight about it, and then in the end, we'd like to hear your own very generous opinion and insight for greater enlightenment. Yeah, there's a scenario of a lady who met a young man 4 months back, and in quotes, they started dating officially. And the young man has a boutique where he sells good clothes for both ladies and males. You understand? And at some point, the lady who was dating this young man was working as a staff in a very big supermarket. She was a sales rep in a supermarket. But after 4 months into dating this guy, I discovered that she stopped her work. She quit her job. Not as if she was sacked or she was relinquished of her job. And then she started she went to the house of this young man, moved her things, and started living with the young man, and then was helping the young man in his supermarket to sell. Do you think it is right, or do you think it's wrong for her to have left the house, gone to the boyfriend's place, and then still so, help the guy in his boutique? What do you think? What's your opinion?
Okay, for me, I think it's wrong for a young lady that is not married to a man to quit her job, most especially if she was not if she wasn't having issues at her workplace. If she intentionally quit her job just to be with that man, for me, it's wrong because trust me, anything can happen. What if there's a what if? What if the man says, "Okay, I no longer find you interesting, and I don't want you in my boutique." So, what will be her fate? That's the question there. So, what do you actually think about this young lady leaving her workspace and her workplace just to be with a man in his boutique to help him sell? You think that's wrong or right?
Okay, for me, I feel it's to a large extent it's morally wrong for her going to help the intended or the boyfriend to sell in his boutique. Reason being that I think in relationship both individuals, both adults should learn to develop what we talk about values. Values is the what of the individual. And like I always tell people who are going into relationship, always identify your values before you go into relationship. It helps you draw boundaries where necessary. So to your question, I think morally it is wrong because she had to leave her house to her boyfriend's house who is not legally married to her. So gone are the days in the Igbo cosmogony or the Igbo understanding or settings whereby um, the lady does not even have that opportunity to see or to visit the man he wants to marry. And back those days, the man just your family just gets the man and oh, this is the man you're going to marry, and then they just make some necessary traditional rites and then take the lady to the man's house. So, but gone are those days. But now in our own dispensation, for me, it is morally wrong because one, she's not legally married. And what if, like you said, if hypothesis, what do you think if the guy, don't you think this syphilis syndrome will come in? Because what's the assurance that even having helped that guy sell, because I'm sure that even after sales, daily sales, she will come home to the guy's house. She's going to also do the cooking and also at night, man body know the firewood, you understand?
Trust me.
Trust me, like they say, man is polygamous in
Nature.
nature, you understand? And if that is the case, they are going to be screwing down themselves that night. And the next morning, she's up again at the supermarket, at the boutique, and then she's selling. And then it's more like a routine thing. So in the end, at some point, there's this syphilis syndrome. The guy may just end up not minor. What if they have an altercation?
Yeah.
The guy may just say, "Oh, I'm no longer interested in this," and then the girl who quit her job, has no job. She's neither going to be selling for the boyfriend that they had issues with. So for me, I feel in every sense of it, it is morally wrong for her
Wrong.
to leave her house, go to her boyfriend's place, and then begin to sell.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. And like you said earlier, gone are those days when you want to get married. You know this person's family. You know this person's family. You just okay. I know this fine little girl. She's homely. I know her family. She's good. She's wifeable and all that. It's not the
Correct.
case anymore.
True.
So it's really not good for that lady to just quit her job to be with a man. There is always, and there will always be, what if. So do you have anything concerning this? You can always drop your opinion in the comment section. We want to hear more about this from our audience. Thank.
So to will come your way next in the next phase, in the next section, we shall be also looking at some other relationship wahala matters.